Thank you for meeting with me today. Today we're discussing rebirthing therapy, a controversial psychological practice linked to serious harm and ethical violations. Can you briefly explain what rebirthing therapy is and where it came from?
Yes, so rebirthing therapy originated in 1970s with Leonard Orr, and the idea was that these traumatic memories from birth are stored in the unconscious, and later they cause emotional and behavioral problems. Initially, it started as breathing techniques, but over time it evolved into more physical methods aimed at recreating the birth process. Orr believed that many of our adult fears came from the moment that we were born, including the lights, the sounds, even our first breath. He claimed that these experiences left subconscious scars, and reliving them could heal that trauma.
How did rebirthing therapy turn into something physically dangerous and wrong? And who did this impact the most in the worst way?
So it actually became the foundation for holding therapy. It was created by Robert Zaslow. Holding treatment targeted the certain behaviors of disconnection between parent and child. Because of this, its main usage was on adoptive or foster children. This method used physical restraints on children, especially those with autism or reactive attachment disorder. The belief was that restraining that child would break down emotional barriers and rebuild this attachment. Multiple children died due to suffocation or physical stress, showing that these techniques were not only ineffective but harmful.
One of the most well-known cases is Candace Newmaker. What happened?
Yes, so Candace Newmaker's death really showed us how ineffective and detrimental this treatment can be. Candace Newmaker was a 10-year-old girl who died during a rebirthing therapy session in the 2000s. During a 70-minute session, she was wrapped tightly in a sheet meant to represent the womb, while 4 adults who weighed 673 pounds pressed down on her 70-pound body for over an hour. Despite repeatedly stating that she couldn't breathe, the session continued. She stated that she was going to vomit and that she was dying. Her pleas were ignored, and eventually she died from asphyxiation. This story shows how fringe therapies can misuse psychological ideas while ignoring their ethical responsibilities.
At this point, we want to address accountability. What exactly is psychology needing to apologize for its role in this therapy?
So this is where psychology must accept responsibility. On the behalf of the field, psychology failed to adequately regulate harmful practices that use psychological concepts without evidence. By allowing rebirthing and holding therapy to exist without intervention, the profession failed to protect vulnerable children. Rebirthing therapy used psychological language such as trauma, attachment, and the unconscious to hide behind the authority of therapy without evidence, training, or ethical safeguards.
What should happen moving forward?
So there has been movement and action in the state of Colorado banning this therapy, but there also needs to be stricter regulations and guidelines banning physical treatment and attachment therapy practices, better public awareness, and a commitment to evidence-based treatments that protect these children.
Thank you for speaking on such an important topic.
Thank you.